is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Savage6 Supra YouTube channel. And for you guys that are new, just welcome. Last video we found out that we have a turbo smoking issue, because I don't think it's a drain. I got a dash 10 all the way through, but we figured out the oil pressure. Well, it's hitting like 100, bit over 100 psi. This is a ball bearing turbo, 7675. Got the dual ball bearings in it, and well, they like around the 40 to 45 psi, and I don't have a restrictor in my feed at all. So sure enough, on diesel I was, in a way you'd say, I was overwhelming the actual cartridge. So I was putting in way more oil than what I could get out. And Precision is saying that a dash 10 for a minimum, or a dash 12. Dash 12, yeah, I don't want to go down that route, because that's very tight to get a dash 12 down in there. So plus in between the turbo. So I'm not going to put a restrictor on it, because I believe that, well, what restrictor size do you go? Nobody really knows. It's hit and miss, and you're restricting oil flow, so you could run into the possibility of starving your bearings. So what I've decided, I've went to and got myself a Turbosmart OPR T40. That's the product code there. Now all this is, well, OPR T40 is oil pressure regulator. T for turbo, 40, I'd say that's 40 psi. These are set, well, already preset 40 psi. So you're getting 40 psi to your turbo, and you're not interrupting the flow of oil flow. So all it is just a mini fuel regulator, really. Tiny little fuel regulator. So I'm going to mount that sucker. You've got inlet, outlet, that's for pressure in, pressure out, well, reduce pressure to turbo. And the bottom here, that is your bleed off. So whatever pressure it doesn't need will go through the bottom and go back to your engine. Well, back to your sump. And I got this all from Galby's Parts down in, I believe they're in Toowoomba, down south towards Brisbane there. Very great guys, always help you out. You should go check out the website. They got plenty of super performance parts. Also got a OPR, a dash 4 fitting kit off Galby's. Just 3 little dash 4s that will mount into this. That's product number there, if you're interested in that. It's a nice little deal that Turbosmart's actually made this. Galby's have it all on their website. Got 2 meters of dash 4 nylon stainless steel, like 200 series. Also got a couple fittings here, some Proflows 200 series, got a 45 straight and a 90, and I'll be using a few more of these since I've already got a couple. You see mine's already got a filter on it, but I actually wasn't really, yeah, it's a new filter, but just don't like the look of the red. I always keep it loaded too. But I got a another little filter, little belt filter, black, nice. And this, normally they come, the bottom here is actually like chrome, like same color as this bracket, but this is the sleeper series, which just means the bottom bit is black. And also you can put a pressure gauge in there, or you can put a sensor in there, run it to your ECU, which I've decided just to get a gauge because I'm corny and I like to see things move. Or you could just not have anything. These are supposed to be set to 40 psi and that's it. They've got like a piston inside don't know if you can see that. Little piston inside there, spring on top. It takes 40 psi of pressure to push back on that spring and relieve that hole. That piston sits down and blocks off this hole. So when you reach up to 40 psi, it'll open, it'll stay like that, and any excess will come out the bottom. Really simple design. And I've been waiting and waiting for these two parts to come in. Now this is Precision's Full Flow -10 billet turbo adapter. You can see in there all the sides are nice and smooth. It's nice and open. That it will actually match the bottom of my turbo outlet drain oil outlet, and it's actually slightly bigger inside diameter than a normal -10, so that will really help for flow, especially when you wouldn't think of oil coming out of a turbo. It's not actually oil, it's just a foam. It comes out as a foam. It's weird. So it comes with countersunk bolts. If you want the part number for that, I think that's it. And also, since I'll have a return to go back to the sump, I got this. Give me a sec. This is from Drift Motion over in the States. This is a -10. This is sump adapter. You can see that it's got a little hole on the side there, and it's got a -3 hole there. That's return. So where my oil, this is oil drain to my sump. It'll sit something like that, and I'll put another drain off of the OPR T40 straight to this. Nice, easy. Comes with a O-ring too, so that's quite nice. It is a thick boy, and I might have a little issue running that, considering that the one I've got in here now, it is, oh, it's a little, where is it? Where can I see it? It's a little thick. Man, I can't see nothing. Oh, it's down there somewhere. Yeah, I'll show you this when I get to it. But anyway, the line that I've got coming off the one in here, it's actually a 45. A little wasp, go away, please. Yeah, it's a 45, and it goes up to the base of the turbo, but it's really tight between, well, the flange and the power steering rack. So we'll see how we go for this one. And what else have I got here? That's pretty much it. Turbosmart, give you a nice little sticker. And this is just a bracket for a UHF radio antenna that I've cut up, done some. Sorry about the noise, guys, but it's hot and I need that sucker on. So you just have to put up with it. Sorry. Got some stainless steel pop rivets. Oh yeah, the OPR 40. It's actually held onto the bracket with a nice little C-clip. You can see that it's slotted, fits in like that, all like that. And on the back you put your C-clip. Yeah. I am just going to put this onto that bracket just with some pop rivets. I'm not too fussed about it. I'm gonna try out this thing. Pop rivet gun. You guys know that I love Milwaukee gear, so adieu. See if this thing's gonna work. I've not tried it out yet, but I'll give it a go. I want to like that. Pop rod in like that. And there I go. Wow, that gets hot. Ah. Awesome. That was solid. Now I want a nice bracket, and I'm going to mount this sucker right here. Hopefully everything fits. Hopefully I drill them holes right. Yes. Perfect. Oh, let's see if I can get the cheek stick out. Then that'll work out. See if it'll fit. Just to run it down. Well, you need nothing much. Now, this OPR, I'll have the gauge sticking out the front, so left that behind. So it'll sit there. Yeah, that's not too bad. Not much room for the gauge though. Let's just have a look at that. Now, this is just a SAS, nothing too special gauge, but it is oil filled to stop the needle from bouncing. So yeah, that will work. Like, I'm not going to see much, but from the corner here, yeah, that'll work. Put that back over here. I suppose we'll start taking all this apart. I'm going to have to take the compressor housing off it and take the oil drain off and replace that oil turbo flange and get down to the nitty gritty and replace the other flange on the bottom. I got the flange off. I did have on the turbo here. This is a it's a speed flow. It's not too bad. Nice little mount, O-ringed. You can tell the difference between both of them. Turn some light on for you. If you have a look, compare holes. That's got a fair size hole. That's a fair size one, but it's still small. I can get these up in the sunlight for you, so you can compare. Yeah, I'm doing some trickery. So you can tell the full flow one is definitely bigger. And this being round, yeah, it would have still worked. It would have still done its job. This being square, and the port on the turbo is actually rectangle, just like this one. And you see the sides are all tapered in to match. Now this one's not too bad either, but it's just a little smaller. And it used to use hex head bolts that would stick out, and they were tight. They're really tight on this ring. This one's got countersunk, so it's going to be a lot better. Way better. I'll put that on now. We'll get down to we'll get down here. You see that? You see where my flanges? That bolt that's right under that fitting. That's one of the mounts for the steering rack. I know I'm going to have issues because the new one, the new flange, is actually thicker. But in this case, it might actually work out because that flange has a fitting in it where this new flange doesn't. I'll get it out anyway. It might take me a bit to get that one out. So this is the flange I did have on it, that bolts to the sump. It is, as you can see, a homemade jobby, and it's got a fitting in it. But what I was worried about, since this is so thick, that it'd bring it further out, but I think we're going to be pretty good, considering that it's actually shorter because it's all one piece. So that'll mean my line, my fitting will sit in closer, and it'll sit further away from that steering rack bolt, the main. Yeah, well, cool as. And this one used the original gasket, which now it's going to be a high heat O-ring. We can put that on. It is extremely a tight fit down there. You can see. And that stupid clamp here, God, that hurt. Jammed my arm down there. But that steering rack bolt, that's been a headache for years. Just because it's like right in line with it. But anyway, it looks like it's going to fit nice and good. I'm sorry I can't really show you much of fitting this up because it's too tight in here. If I got my arm in here, you wouldn't really see much. So, but I can try my best. I'll put this little fitting on it, just an adapter, so I'll be able to put the 200 series 90 degree on it. So it'll go like that. Grab this O-ring. Put that sucker on. Now this does not sit like this, it sits like that. Try my best to get you a little look in here, but it's extremely, oh my god, that's tight. Oh, I am not a contortionist. Oh, no. Oh, sorry guys, I'm going to have to use two hands for this one. the full flow flange on, but you can see in there, probably can't, it's actually hitting up against pretty much the turbo manifold, the exhaust side. So well, it's in there, it's on, but I really need an extension to get it away, because now it's actually resting up against the manifold now, just by a tiniest bit. But I'll have to order some more parts and change that out on a later day. But for now, it'll work. Only for now though. On a later day I'll get a extension riser or something and get that fit. For now I've got lights on. Now I can put the the drain lower one on, and then we can start working on making lines. I've been screwing around with this drain hose for a bit and just trying to get the right angle of the dangle to where I've tightened this up so that flange is straight and this hose is off to the left a little bit. I had it straight before and it was hitting against everything. So the way I got it now, I'll show you in a sec when I fit this back up. It clears everything now, and I've clocked the turbo so it's the feed line straight up and down, keeps everything away. Oh, it's tedious and it's annoying the crap out of me, but we'll fit this up and I'll give you a look. Alright, you can see it's not touching the turbo no more, and down here it's not touching down on the manifold, and it's not touching on this compressor backplate. It fits, yay. That was a pain in the butt. Now to put that on and make some lines. And by the way, if you got yourself a filter and you think it's convenient to put this in here before you put your line on, do not do it. This end here, it'll crush up against the piston inside and block that end off. You will destroy your turbo. Do not do that. Put some fittings on, but don't flare with the piston inside. Copy. Thought I should show you how you go about putting the 200 series fittings onto your stainless steel lines. For anyone that doesn't know, but I'm sure if you're watching this, then you should know anyway. What did I want to put on this? I wanted to put this one on. I haven't put the filter on yet. I'm still deciding if I'm going to put it here or put it here, down this line. Not quite sure. Alright, you got your nylon stainless steel hose. Cut it off wherever you want. Cool as. You got your fitting. Take the end off your fitting. There will be a collar, brass, and it could be different coloured too. I'll grab your back end, throw that on first, obviously. Nothing special. Now, I like to, let me get a little Milwaukee screwdriver. I like to flare the stainless steel weave back just a little, just to help me out. And you grab your flare, put it over your nylon pipe and under the stainless steel crap. There is in there. It's nothing special, and don't worry about getting jabbed by the stainless steel. You will, and it will hurt. It will hurt. And grab the other. I like to spread it out a little bit, but just the other end there. Grab your other end. See how it's got the flare there? Well, not flare, other way. Slide it in all the way. Slide your bottom up and do it up. Do it up tight. And yeah, that's how you put the fitting on your line. Rightio, everything's together. Slight little issue though, that it's got no filter on it at the moment because I ran out of fittings, and I'm not really quite sure if I'm going to put it in line before the turbo and between the OPR T40, or put it on this line here, the main feed to the regulator, then to the turbo. I'm leaning towards putting it on the main feed, so at least the regulator itself is clean. Nothing's going to get in there and jam it up, possibly, and then whatever comes out of that will be filtered as well. I haven't got the intake on it just of yet. Did notice there was a couple little scratches up on the fan blade here, so something to look forward and look into in the future. I'll race into town probably next break, and because I've only got one fitting left and I'd need two, but once yeah, I'll race in, get some fittings and get that sorted. The car's not going to be going anywhere soon anyway, but let's follow this thing up and see, well, any leaks, which possibly there is going to be heaps of leaks because I built this shit. But let's fire it up anyway, have a look for leaks, anything that might possibly trouble us, and I'll tell you what, put my arms down past this heat wrap sucks. I got fiberglass all through my arms, like all through my arms. So I think everything's up and tight and ready to go. Let's see if there's any oil leaks. Some neutral. I'll wait for the dash to fire up. Shouldn't take too long. It's got a new power module in it. Yep, it's a lot quicker now. There it is. Now let's have a look for some leaks. And oil pressure in here is 94. Don't see any leaks at all. Starting to dry back now. So we're at 45. We're at 50. Well, 50 is better than 90. Very good. Slowly coming down in oil pressure, and as it comes down, this will dramatically come down. There you go, coming down to 40. Excellent. Well guys, I'm going to look a bit. We'll finish off this video here, and I'll catch you in the next one. If you could, please like, subscribe, as much as you like. Subscribe, and if you don't want to subscribe, it's free.